Hey guys, welcome to this weekly recap. I'm going to show you the trades that I took and evaluate my performance. So first, let's dive into H1. Doesn't look very good, of course, but as you can see, two trades taken, one kind of break-even trade, but it was still a loss, and also one loss. These were not the only trades that I took. I also took two trades that got a front run, unfortunately. I will show you in a minute, and I think those were quite good trades actually, but unfortunately I got a front run. So yeah, let's start, dive into the charts. So I'm trading Bitcoin, as you may know. So this is the Bitcoin chart, or my Bitcoin chart from last week or this week, and as you can see, the week started here Monday. These were the trades that I took. Let me first just explain the trades I took and why did I take them. As you can see over here, this was the first trade of the week. It was on Tuesday. The reason that I took it, let me switch it back. As you can see here, you had this range and you were at the range high. You made a nice loss over here. You made a nice loss of the 1 hour time frame with this candle. So that was a sign for me to look for shorts, and I did. Let me show you on the 15-minute time frame. You can see that this was the level that made the structured break. Here you can also see that you lose this level on the 15-minute as well. So for me it was a big confirmation of a downtrend, and I wanted to short the level that created the loss. Unfortunately, as you can see, I didn't get the fill. Also, not the complete target was hit, but yeah, the move happened that I expected, and I removed the trade as well when we made this move, and we made this loss because yeah, if you're in a downtrend, you don't want to go up too high anymore when you already made the move and you hit part of your target already. And I could have easily taken a couple of TPs on this trade had I been filled, of course, like this, at least two. Probably my last one wouldn't get filled. So that was the first trade that I took. So let me continue with the second trade. Let me enter the replay tool. In my opinion, the second trade, let me check. It was okay. This one I'm talking about, of course. The reason that I took it was because we continued the move down. We made this loss, but as you can see, looking back on it, it doesn't really look like a big loss on the 15-minute. If we're going to the 1 hour, it looks more like a loss to me. So that was also the reason that I took it. You're losing this on the 1 hour. And I thought I'm going to catch the bigger swing. Also, the reason that I wanted to take it is you were still at the range high, so the R to the downside was still very big. In my opinion, you had this whole gap to fill left. But one thing that I have to remember, that was the thing that I think went a little bit wrong this week, was to keep remembering the higher time frame structure. As we know, we are in an uptrend for a very long time with Bitcoin, and it actually didn't really show any signs yet that it really wanted to stop uptrending. So maybe I was a little bit too much focused on shorts, but the reason was valid. I think we were at the range high. But if you see something like this, that it's not a very good loss, actually, I think it isn't even a loss on the 15 minutes. It looks more like taking some liquidity. Here are all the stops. you took all these stops out and you're continuing the uptrend. But as you can see, the reaction happened from the level, so it wasn't that bad of a trade. This was the break-even trade that I told you about. Of course, it was a loss, but it was almost break-even. The reason that it was break-even was I took out like 30% of the trade over here, and I moved my stop here. So yeah, I got stopped out, but not with a full 1%. So, looking back on the trade, it was okay. Not the best one because of the higher time frame picture and also the 15-minute structure, but on the 1 hour time frame, it really looked like a loss to me. So, I would say it's not a perfect trade, but not that bad. The last trade here, not the last trade, but the third trade, in my opinion, was worse. The reason that I didn't like this one as much, looking back on it, was as I showed you at the start, we got this range, and as you can see here on the 1 hour time frame, here you're making a big gain of the range actually. So that indicates strength, and what's important to see is that you're actually backtesting the range and you're not losing this level that creates the gain of the range. Maybe you can guess why I took the trade. As you can also see here, you are making a loss of this last push to the high. So that was my confirmation. But the same mistake as I told you already, I think I forgot a little bit to look at the higher time frame structure, because we are really we are really uptrending for a long time and you're gaining a range, so that's not the best moment to look for shorts. I have to show you one extra confirmation for me to take the short. It was here, around here, I think. Yeah, this was the last all-time high, of course. Of course, we made a new one, but here you can see this level was untested. I think the last untested level until the all-time high, and I think that we tested that one. Yeah, look, so we tested that one, so that's what I saw, and then we created this loss. As you can see on the 15 minutes as well, it wasn't that big of a loss. You are still holding this wick, maybe a little bit similar to this situation over here, but hitting this level and creating the loss on the 1 hour time frame was my confirmation. So it wasn't only bullshit why I took the trade, but the most important level, the level that created the gain of the range, that was working against me. So that's why I think it wasn't a good trade and why it also wasn't successful. Also, as I already told you, 3 shorts in a row when you're in a big uptrend, maybe not the best idea. So let's continue. Of course, we can see the result. So full percent loss here, 0.11% loss here. And then the last trade of the week, that was the most unlucky one. Okay, let me show you the structure and the reason for taking the trade. Yeah, as you know, maybe this was the all-time high. So we broke the all-time high, and after breaking the all-time high, I had some levels marked here, here, and here, and of course this level, but I didn't really like it because it was very high and the structure wasn't that nice here. It's a little bit cluttered, but what did we do? We broke down very aggressively. We took a lot of liquidity below this level, and we even hit this liquidity here, but as you can see we did not lose the level. We held it, and also on the 1 hour, it looks very nice. So to me it indicated strength, and I wanted to look for a long, but on the lower time frame. I know that this was a 1 minute setup, so I'm going to use the replay tool. So remember what I just told you, we held the level and that indicated strength. As you can see here, there was a nice construction formed like this. This was the last push to the low, the last big swing. Of course it's not very big, it's on a 1 minute time frame. I think you could also see it on the 5 minute time frame actually. Yeah, it was also visible on the 5 minute time frame. And then as you can see, I wanted to long the break of the construction. I wanted to play it a little bit more aggressively because I noticed in the past that I got front run on these types of setups a lot. Unfortunately I wasn't aggressive enough still, but as you can see this was the level that broke the construction, and I wanted to long it with my stop. I wanted to cover this, I think, the test below here on the 3 minute time frame, and as you can see it hit it. The reason that I removed the trade was that, of course, as you can see, this was the target that I wanted to reach, but it didn't reach it, but it did reach this target over here. It made a higher high, so for me it was nice if it came back again, because this liquidity was already tapped a little bit, so that was why I removed the trade. And the same as the first trade that I showed you, not the whole target was hit, but I could have easily taken 2 TPs out of this and made this a profitable trade. So those were the trades that took. Let me check. Takeaways. Yeah, trades I missed. I didn't think I missed a lot of trades. Only one maybe on Monday. As you can see here, you had this big push, then you hit the range low. Maybe you could have played this directly, but also nice to see was this gain of this push to the low, and then you could have played this stop here. This would have been a very big trade. The reason that I didn't take it was that I wasn't really that convinced of the gain. It didn't look like a very strong gain to me. Unfortunately, that didn't hold me back from taking this short and this short. No, this one was good. This short and this short. So yeah, that's on me a little bit. I have to follow the same rules on every trade, of course, to be a mechanical trader. But I think that was the only good setup that I missed, and for the rest, yeah, this was a good setup. Yeah, here you had a setup as well, because we were at the high, the all-time high. As you can see here, you took some liquidity above the range, and then you made a structure break, so you could have shorted this one, but as you can see, it happened at night, so that's not a big mistake of me to miss that one, because I was sleeping, so I couldn't have taken the trade. So those were my trades. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, like the video, you can subscribe if you want to follow my journey, and follow me on X if you want more frequent updates.